Cardo Lotto Henderson, man.
And this would happen to be you said you're the youngest brother of House?
Yes,
Okay.
That's my oldest brother, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? We gonna miss you. And we here today, you know.
That's what's
we'll
up.
Talk about it.
That's what's up. So this is gonna be a special DMV tribute. We want each and every one of y'all to stay tuned. So without further ado, what we're gonna do is kind of give a little setup, a history of our little go-go background for Junkyard Band. I'm gonna go ahead and let Bam go ahead and take off with that and kind of let everybody know what the go-go sound is, where, you know what I'm saying, where it originated from, and what just happened recently with our community.
The go-go sound originated from Chuck Brown. Chuck Brown originated the go-go sound and led to Trouble Funk, led to RE, and led the Junkyard, who made their own sound. Like, they really started crank music. That's why we call Bugs the godfather of crank, because he is a legend, and Junkyard is a big sound in DC. Like, they was the first go-go band to ever have a single record deal from Def Jam, and during their time when they had the single, when they got the Sardines. I mean, everybody know here, and mostly everybody around the world know the Sardines, because when Junkyard performed in other states, that's the sound that everybody know. Because Junkyard came out, they represent go-go heavy, because when Junkyard came out with Sardines, they signed Def Jam when it was rappers like Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, and that whole Russell Simmons movement. So that was big for our city. And House, he was on the bass guitar. Also, he did all the business for Junkyard management. Actually, the first time I got on the mic with Junkyard, I had to go through House. When I was talking to Buzz, like, I'm trying to rap with y'all, I'm trying to do this, I do that. Shout out to Mother Love, and Mother Love put it in Bugs and he put it in the House, and this House was just business oriented with it. He wasn't the type of just put you on and say, let me hear what you done before, who you been done with. By me coming from Backyard, it was all love, because Backyard, y'all is like the younger brothers of Junkyard, because you got Junkyard and Backyard. So that whole once in the yard, always in the yard, that movement was going on. So House let me rap at Club Elite off the oldest. Back then it was 2012 oldest, when they were seeing the oldest, the Kanye and Jay-Z Z joint. So after that, I just started being on shows with Junkyard, started hosting Junkyard, and House used to call me every morning. Like, it's kind of funny, cause it's kind of weird how God worked. Cause that morning he died, he was calling me talking about, you what them corns looking like. So when he said when he said what them corns looking like, I already knew is I'm promoting the show, if I'm getting ticket sales. Of course, we talking about the show with Junkyard, Pinky Killer Corn, and me. So that was, he put his heart. So
you talking about the Memorial Day
right.
show
And
this
it's
year.
funny, it's Memorial Day weekend, and Memorial when we went my love ones that passed, and this Memorial Day, he wanted to be so big. Now we gotta make it big for him. So.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, for my listeners, I got a couple questions just for you, Bam. Like, just talking about Junkyard, for those that don't know the origin of Junkyard. Junkyard was a go-go band. For people that don't know what go-go is a DC sound, a type of music, a call and response type of music with a live band that's playing in the background. You got your front line and you got the musicians in the background, and it's pretty much something that's indicative to this area. But people all over the world have had commercial go-go hits, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had Essence, and you know what I'm saying, they've had EU, you know what I'm saying, Doing the Butt, everybody knows that song. Right. With Junkyard, the thing that was unique with them is that when they started out, because they didn't have the money at the time, they started out playing on trash cans, basically. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that kind of carried itself through. When did House actually come in with Junkyard?
I can't remember. I think House used to be with another band before. He probably knows that. I met House, first time I met House is in 2011. And then when I started getting the mic with Junkyard, we had got close because he seen I was hosting, then I was doing the go-go radio thing. And me and Bugs was on 2 shows together on go-go radio before I branched off and got my own show. So we was just basically close, but to go back on the Junkyard history, like, they was playing on cans and buckets till Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer, seen them and liked them and bought their equipment. Back it ain't like that now. Like now, you don't even have to have equipment, because the sound man provides the equipment. You just gotta provided timbales like the mics, the congos, all that come through sound there. But back then you had to have your own equipment. You had to have your road. You had to have your truck, all that. I mean, it was different. But he definitely is a pioneer. He's definitely gonna be missed. Like besides the go-go, I mean, like when I was first diagnosed with diabetes, he the first one to call me. Like, man, you gotta take care of that. You gotta work out, because house was big at first. Then he started working out. Like, I think last week he celebrated his 1 year anniversary. He signed up for Planet Fitness.
At a gym.
Yeah, so he was working out. And motorcycles was his thing. It was definitely his thing. He loved it. He stayed in the Harley Davidson. He stayed posting him and his daughter riding. I mean, he just loved his. And then he loved his kids. I mean, he always talked about kids. My son rap. Look at my son. I mean, at the show, he just showed me videos and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna miss him. I mean, very, very, very good guy that was with me, and I probably wouldn't be standing in his seat if it wasn't for house. I mean, because he really put me on big time shows. I'm not talking about no little shows. I'm talking about the yard party shows, the big shows at Fast Eddie's. I mean, he put a bug in Mika E, talking about you need to contact Mika, try to get on the bike fest. You know, like over the years, this 3 years I jumped back in this rap game. He's been really, really, really with me, and I'm definitely gonna honor him the best way I am. I'm working on a song that's gonna be on my master grind. It's gonna be for him. I mean, Mr. Amina already laid down the hook, so we just gotta put it down. We're gonna keep it going. And the band gonna keep it going. Everybody in good prayers, you know what I'm saying? And just like far as they go, I feel like it's sometimes we just like look at, I mean, we ask ourselves why? Like why we had talked to God and asked why do we go through that much, you know what I'm saying? And it's just not about house, like his girlfriend, she passed too. She was with him. And then what's so ironic is that was I'm here, that's the first time she rode a bike with him. So maybe that was their last ride together and they died together and God put them together. So we always say when you get married, to death do us part, and to death do us part. So they will always be together. They will always love each other one.
That's what's up. Well, I thank you for that. So what, as far as, you know, what's going on in the scene here in the DMV, do you know anything as far as what, you know, folks in the go-go community are doing to try to continue on the legacy?
Just keep cranking like the way he was. He wouldn't want nobody to stop. He wouldn't want nobody to stop. Like even when Junkyard was switching members, even when T-Bar wasn't with him no more, when Rigo wasn't with him, he was like, we still gotta crank, we still gotta keep going, we still gotta keep the Junkyard legacy alive, you know what I'm saying? He's been out for 35 years, and 35 years doing this is a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And especially in this community. I just feel for his kids, because I know, shout out to Pamela Brooks, who's definitely a DMV pioneer. Her best friend is Yo-Yo the rapper that used to be with Ice Cube, and she be around stars like she been around Meek Mill. She just been around, and a lot of industry rappers respect her. And she lost her son to a bike accident the same way House died, and that's her daughter's father. So imagine what she going through. Imagine what her daughter going through. She just buried her brother, and now she got buried her father. So I just feel for them. I just keep it going for them. I mean, I done lost it. I done cried. But when I'm around people, like positive people like BJ and Mental Attraction, and when I'm doing like tonight gonna be my first show.
That's what I wanted you to go ahead and get into. I wanted to first and foremost actually tell the audience, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to say thank you, you know what I'm saying, for taking the time out, because Bam had a show tonight, or he's got a show later on tonight that he's on Mental Attraction, and he took the time to come out here and kind of speak on behalf of the go-go community and speak on behalf of, you know, the loss in the community. So I wanted to thank you for that. If you want to go ahead and set up, just let everybody know what's going on tonight, where you're going to be performing at.
Mental Attraction, OBX, hosted by Bam640. Also, I'm going to be featured with Bam. We're on Mental Attraction at the Players Lounge. And tomorrow we at the scene with Backyard for Big G birthday party. 90s party. So, I mean, it's just like we celebrated 5-year anniversary at Go-Go Radio, Big G birthday. House died 2 days before Big G's birthday. So it's really, really like it threw everybody off. like what we had planned. And then like the summer going, House had a lot of shows already signed to do shows like Bike Week. I know they gonna do a tribute to him down at Derby's ballpark. Shout out to Mika, she do it every year where they have motorcycles and car competition, like old school bikes and all that. So I mean, we just gotta keep it going for him. But everybody is like lost. Everybody's like in a state of shock. Like when I was on Channel 7, they didn't even know he was a go-go pioneer. Cause everything I post on Facebook goes straight to Twitter. Like I got it set up like that. So the lady called me and said, "Do you want to talk about it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, this just happened that same night. I think he got like 4 o'clock. They called me like 8 o'clock, and I was like, "Man, I'm really not in the mood for that." So I called Ray Nail. She was like, "This is what House will want you to do. Let the people know about me." That's what I was hearing them saying. So once I was on Channel 7, it probably go. And everybody know he was go-go pioneer. That's when 9 broke it, 4 broke it. But I mean, he definitely deserved it. I know he gonna have a lot of tributes, and I know it's gonna be a lot of sad faces at the funeral on Tuesday at the Howard Theater. But see, I'm a kind of person. I'm a kind of person. Like I don't believe it till I see it. Like I still can't believe it. But once I see him, and I see Miss Jerry, then I know it's real. Then I know it's gonna be hard for me. But
we gotta keep pushing forward, though. That's the thing, is we gotta keep pushing forward at the end of the day. I wanted to say about the Memorial Day event. Junkyard is having a Memorial Day party, and they now have turned it into a tribute for House. Right. So where's that going to be at? It's going to be on the 23rd of this month. 24th, sorry, my bad. Memorial Day weekend, Fast Eddie's, and that's in Virginia. Alexander, Virginia, right on around 1. What time? 8 to 2. And then ticket prices? $20. Okay. And for anybody that needs to contact anybody, you got the contact information? Yeah. Bam640, 202-905-9809. Y'all can hit me at Bam Gse on Facebook. BAM640 on Twitter. All right, Bam. So I want to thank Bam for coming out tonight. Like I said, I know you got to get to a show, and what I want to do is we're going to take an intermission, and we're going to play some good Junkyard music just for our listeners, just so y'all kind of know what the go-go sound is and what, where House came from with the go-go music. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Make sure y'all join us back in a minute. Thank y'all for tuning back in to the Entourage Hour on WLVS Radio. So without further ado, we actually have a family member of House, the young man that lost his life recently from Junkyard Band. And we have his younger brother here, Cardo. So I'm going to let Cardo go ahead and introduce himself and tell the people who he is and kind of just give us a little legacy about your brother. I'm Cardo. I'm a Derek brother. And he was just a good dude. Like I tell everybody, I just actually met my brother 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But like he was just he completed everything that I needed. Like he got me to meet my father, and he was just a good dude. He was a family man. He was a businessman, like Bam said. Bam explained him to the T. And he was just a good brother. I'm gonna miss him. And what, out of all your siblings, he was the eldest? Yep, he was the oldest. And how many of y'all is it all together? 6 of us. Okay, and then you're the youngest? Yeah. Okay. Now, as far as his family that he left behind, could you give us a little bit about that? Well, as far as his family, like, he had 18 children. Got 18 children. 18? Yeah, 18. Do you know the ages? Like, range from what age to be, like, I didn't know, actually, like, because everything coming to me, and, like, how I was explaining, when you got situations like this, like, all the pieces come together. Like, just hearing Bam speak, and then, like, those times when, like, I'll call him, and he'd say, like, he got to call me back, and, like, when he tell me about his business calls, and, like, how he's setting up stuff for the next year and things like that. It's just like, that's the type of person he was. About the business, so yeah, that's what's up. He was, all the time, All right, so we're talking about the going home services, and we said that that's coming up Tuesday on the 12th, May 12th at Howard Theater. And it's going to be open for the public for viewing or private for the family?
No, it's public. It's public because that's the way he would have wanted. He would want it he wanted, and I guarantee you that I know JYB gonna do something for him, because this type of, I mean, this what he wanted. The viewings from 9 to 11 and the service from 11 to 1. I don't know the pastor, but I'm pretty sure they probably have, what's his name? Reverend Tony from Community of Hope. I'm pretty sure, because he had me in the go-go community. So.
Okay, that's what's up.
How with the 8, we gonna do it. We gonna do it for house. We gonna do it like we always do. Also, Junkyard play on the 16th. They got a show on the 16th at Club Eclipse. That will be their first show since the passing house. Then Memorial Day is the tribute with Pinky Killicorn. She's real excited about paying tribute to house. So I mean, everybody just gonna leave their heart on stage. June 6th, Junkyard. They at what's that? The ballpark derby ballpark, and
that's the bike week thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And May 30th, the last place they gonna see house. They right there with Junkyard. I mean, with Junkyard and back out at the Stomp the Yard party. So I mean, everything they gonna keep cranking. They gonna do it for him. That's the way he wanted them to do it. You know what I'm saying? So we been through this before, but none of this tragedy since Fuss got killed from Essence. You know, Lil Benny had a heart attack. Chuck Brown had a, I don't know if he had a heart attack on people, but he was of age. You know, so just been a while since Go-Go had a tragedy. And this not Junkyard first tragedy. JT died, and then Heavy One got killed when they was in their prime earlier up Lincoln Heights. So I mean, like I just hope Bugs get through this, because Bugs been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? With that band and losing people. And I mean, just praying for the band, because it's kind of like it throws everything off. But again, it throws everything off like, dang, house gone. Dang, we didn't see that coming. But also it brings people together.
Exactly.
And I knew, and I know if the type of dude is if House was to have to give his life to bring people together, that's what he all about. So I just think about those times, and those times get me through the day. Like, get me through the day, cause since he died, I swear I ain't. Anybody that follow me on Facebook, I'll be to Facebook to 6 in the morning. I get like an hour and a half of sleep. I'm right back at 8, because I can't sleep, because I just keep thinking about the last time I heard his voice. Who thought when we was talking about the Memorial Day show that would be the last time I hear his voice? I mean, everybody.
That's why they always say tomorrow's not promised. Church your loved ones while you got them here. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Definitely.
That's why a lot of people like, oh, I'm stopped going to club, or I'm doing it. I'm not never stop going to club. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
You gotta keep
till I can't walk no more. I'm gonna enjoy myself. But a lot of people hurt. Not in Go-Go too, but in the whole DMV, because you got people in Go-Go that was close to him. Like my man Bone from All For You. House taught him how to ride a bike, or he was riding a bike with House. There's so many people hurt. Or Ray Nail was actually talking to him every day. Like, everybody seemed like how he would text people every day. Like, that just was his thing. He'd have a group text and he'd text everybody, and we all would get it, and it would be funny, and he just enjoy life and enjoy playing with Junkyard, and was serious about his business. Like Chuck said on my show Tuesday, if he gave you a price, that's what it was. It wasn't going up, it wasn't going down. That's what, and people respected him on the business part, because he was also workable. Like, when I say workable, like, he not gonna try to use you. Like, if he played in here and he say, okay, Junkyard is set up right here, I ain't gonna charge you nothing but about $75, because the small part, I mean, it's small, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't get reasonable band managers or managers like that no more. So I mean, we gonna miss him. He was a good dude, and like I said, the Go-Go world is kind of real shocked right now, especially like the day before he died. He was just playing right here on Florida Avenue at the Funk Festival. And then they went down West Virginia and played down there. And then the girl down West Virginia, Miss Melly, said, I met House for the first time. And then who knew that'd be the last time I seen him? Like, he was setting up future shows, because that's what he was doing. He would play, but he was also thinking about the next show.
Well, I definitely want to thank everybody on social media, you know, that's reached out, you know, to give their sentiments and, you know, just give their own personal thoughts or feelings about the situation. This week in particular, I've had quite a few of his friends and things that have hit me up on Facebook and things, and just giving me a little bit of the legacy of, you know, what he meant to them in their individual lives. And, you know, like I said, this is something that's touching not just one person, not just one individual, but it's touching a community here, you know what I'm saying? Because DMV, you know what I'm saying, although we off doing our own things, we at the same time collectively have to come together, you know what I'm saying, things that concern this area for our community. So without that being said, I just want to thank everybody that's been reaching out. I want to encourage y'all, you know what I'm saying, to continue to get the good stories out there, you know what I'm saying, because from what I've heard, you know what I'm saying, he was a great man. He, from what I heard, he had a great sense of humor. I seen some of the screenshotted text messages, you know what I'm saying. I had a little laugh at that, you know what I'm saying, this week when I was looking at him. But just in general, you know what I'm saying, this is something, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to stop the go-go movement, it's not going to stop DMV. If anything, it's going to make us crank harder and grind harder, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So without further ado, before we get ready to get off the air tonight, I want to just ask both of y'all to go ahead, if you got social media outlets you want your fans or whatever to check you out on, where they can find you, if anybody needs to contact anybody about anything. Bam, I know you got shows coming up. This is like the hardest working man in the DMV over here. When I say the hardest working man, I'm talking about it's 30 or 40 flyers that I see a day on my wall from different shows, and I'm sitting there like, how do you find the energy to do it? How do you find the energy? You know what I mean? From now to July 9th, it's actually 36 shows. I believe it because I've seen probably all the posts. You know what I'm saying?
All of them out of town, about to go out to North Carolina, of course, the Miami takeover and all that stuff. And I mean, dang, I mean, this is how things happen. I mean, even though I wonder why the Silver Shock always said I'm a no limit type of guy, so that's where I really get my knowledge from, rapping from. And Silver Shock can say one thing that would be stuck in my head, even though we always wonder why we die, but we can't question God's faith. So I mean, we gonna rock. We gonna rock. I mean, on our break, I was just picking up my phone and everybody was texting me good interviews. So everybody, shout out to the whole DMV for tuning in and watching it. So, and y'all tuning in, he came tomorrow, man. Like, it's a whole movement. Everybody got to support each other.
WLBS.
Yeah.
As always. And Cardo?
Yeah. Basically, I'm just looking for stories, you know what I'm saying? People that just knew about them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be sharing some of Bam, you know what I'm saying? Everything that Bam put out. Yeah. Because I want to be there. I want to support my brother. Y'all support him too. Do you have any place where people can hit you up on social media, either Twitter, Facebook, anything like that? Hit my Facebook up, Cardo Lotto Henderson, you know what I'm saying? And if we get it done like that, you know. I just want to say thank you for the support, you know what I'm saying? All the people that's been spreading the love about them, all the good stories and everything. I just want, you know what I'm saying, people to get something out of this, you know what I'm saying? Just be better people like how he was. Because he was a good man, he was dependable, he was reliable, and he was about his family. You know what I'm saying? We could use more of that out here in DC, Maryland, you know what I'm saying, Virginia, everywhere, you know what I'm saying, the world, man. And also keep the 18 kids in y'all praise, but he lost a brother, I lost a friend, and they lost a father. Like, they can't get that. You only get one father. That's right. They never had that again.
All right, well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode tonight of the Entourage Hour. And as always, you can catch us here on WLBS Radio on Friday nights from 9 to 10 p.m. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go on out with some more Junkyard Band music just for our listeners. And we want y'all to tune in again next week. Thank you.